Hello everyone, I'm Jed, and today I'll be talking about opening coconuts again. So this is kind of a part two. I did a previous video where I was opening a coconut by taking the husk off first, and I didn't show the later part where you open the coconut stem to get coconut water out. Now, coconuts have both the coconut water, which is a really great beverage, a very pure, very nourishing type of beverage to drink because it's low in sugar and it's high in electrolytes and the minerals, and it comes from a very pure source from the coconut palm. It's in a sense filtered water because it's filtered through the system of that palm tree as the palm tree brings that water into its fruit, and that water is there actually as a source of nourishment for the coconut sprout to eventually sprout to create a new coconut palm tree. So the water inside of a coconut is filtered and it's under pressure, so it's airtight, so the air is not coming in from the outside, so it's not contaminated with anything until that coconut starts to ripen and that air seal gets released. Then that water inside is potentially exposed to air, to contaminants, and after a while it would start to ferment. So you want to make sure that that air seal is still there when you open the coconut, or that it's only recently broken or been compromised, so that the water inside is still pure and fresh and suitable for you to drink. So in today's video we'll be speaking about the younger coconuts. You could call them green coconuts or more immature coconuts, because I'll be first opening the top part to get the water out on these. Most of them, especially when they're very young, when they've been taken down from the palm tree immaturely, when they're not large enough, they won't have any coconut meat inside. The inside of the shell will be bare. It'll just be the water inside and nothing else to consume from that coconut. So we're going to look at a few of the coconuts now. So here's one of that yellow-orange color type coconut. And this one, we're going to look at it up close. I want you to see that. And you can see these lines here. There's one, there's another one, and there's another little one here. Well, those lines are kind of like cracks as the coconut formed, and because of those cracks, it's not a completely developed coconut in a sense. It doesn't have the covering to keep the air out, and there's probably no water inside of this one. I'm not hearing any water, so those cracks allowed the moisture to escape. So this one did not form with water inside, and it may or may not have any meat or flesh inside of the lining of that shell. So this one we may not open. Now here's another one. This one feels heavier, so I'm pretty sure it has water in it. And you could see the stem is still on this one. Now these are fairly small coconuts, so I would estimate that they're not fully mature when they came down from the palm tree. And so they'll be pretty fresh and green inside. They might not have any of the coconut meat or coconut flesh inside, but they do have the coconut water inside that's not very sweet yet because it's still pretty immature. So that's a coconut water that doesn't taste very sweet. It hasn't formed much of the sugar content. Coconut water in general doesn't have much sugar content, but it varies depending on how mature or immature a coconut is. The more mature or ripe it becomes, the more it sweetens. We're going to look now at another one. This one has stem still on. This is the green variety. You'll see in the Caribbean mostly the green variety coconut, and those orange ones, those are more common from Southeast Asia. Now here's one that's slightly larger, and this one you could see the stem is starting to be broken off. It's still intact, the air seal is still functioning on this one. So on this coconut, if I were to puncture that spot there, if I were to puncture here to try to get coconut water out, it probably would work because the hard shell hasn't fully formed inside, so it's soft enough probably to puncture through to let the water out. But it'll have a lot of pressure. There's a lot of water in here, and when you puncture that, releasing the air seal, a big spout of coconut water would come up. And you can see this other one, this one's a little smaller. The stem is fully off of that. This might be the one that I'll try opening. I'll see. Since it's still green here, it's not showing any signs of decay there. That means the air seal is still good. Nothing has leaked out yet. And that does imply that there will be significant pressure when I try to open it. Now I'm going to show you another coconut. This is the one that's ripening and turning brown, and the stem just fell off of it, and it's starting to decay some here at the stem. So this one definitely would need to be opened to get the water out now so that it doesn't spoil. So we might open this one. This one does have cracks in it. You can see a couple cracks. So I'm not sure if it has the water or not, if it held the moisture in or not, but we could try opening it. So my method of opening these is actually to take a pumpkin carving knife to puncture the stem area to go into the top where those eyes where the water release would be. So we're going to do that, and when I do it, I will then turn this over to let the water out into a bottle or jar, and I run it through a filter, screening it, filtering out any of the solid waste matter that might be there, any of the little particles of the coconut husk that are present, or pieces of the coconut meat or coconut flesh inside. I don't want those to get into the water when I put it in a storage container. So here's the pumpkin carving knife that I'll be using on the coconut. And we have this coconut here. So I'm going to tilt the camera down a little so you can see as I'm working on this. So I just stick that in there. And it's kind of like I'm sawing a hole in it. So I pull this little piece out from the top. And then I'm smelling to see if it smells good or bad inside. And this one is actually empty. So we have an empty one. And as I mentioned, it had those cracks. So that's the reason. Because of the cracks, it didn't hold moisture inside. So it ended up being an empty coconut. So that one we're just going to toss out since there's nothing in it. And we're going to try to open this other one. And this one it may squirt up because it's still pretty green here. So it'll probably have a good amount of pressure. So I'm going to be careful not to soak myself with coconut water as I open this. I'm going slow, so if it does burst, it won't be too much pressure popping it up. So now I pull the center part out there. This one does have water inside, so we're going to pour it out. So I have ready here a little jar. Let's get the jar ready. Now I have a strainer to put here. So the strainer will protect the water from getting any contaminants in it, any little pieces of husk. Okay. So now you can see what it looks like. And if I want to, I could put a finger inside there and feel if there's any coconut meat, coconut flesh or jelly inside. And on this one there really isn't. Just a very thin film of it, but nothing really to eat from this because it's so green. So a small green coconut, it's immature, so it doesn't have the coconut meat in it yet. Now we can look at the jar and see how much coconut water we got. So it filled about half of this jar just from that little coconut. So I can save this later, put it in the refrigerator. And I hope that this video has been valuable. It's shown you a simple way to get the coconut water out from a green coconut, from an immature coconut. And I'd like to wish everyone a pleasant, healthy day. Enjoy some coconut water or something else that nourishes you. And for those that are interested in holistic health, you're welcome to visit my website, phinsights.com, phinsights.com. Bye for now.